Nerevar, I'm gonna be raiding Dead Space today. No, not the remaster. The fuck I look like spending $60 for game I already own. Is it Skyrim? That's what I thought. Anyways, Dead Space starts you off as Isaac Clarke. He ain't the man just yet, but he ain't no pushover either. He's here for his wife. You see, the Ishimura, a planet cracker ship, had went quiet in recent times, and one of the last transmissions was sent to him. They sent you with a crew to find out what's wrong, and being an engineer, you're pretty helpful yourself. Almost immediately, though, shit hits the fan and you crash into the ship's loading bay. Luckily, you all survive, but your ship pops like a bubble. Gone. Now you're stuck trying to find a way back home, and what happened. It's not long before you do, though, as you're fixing some of the ship systems. Your squad is ambushed and separated. You'll pretty much be alone the rest of the game as Isaac is proceeding through task and fixing the ship and finding out what happened. One thing I noticed about this game was, it never felt like a chore fixing all this stuff because it was fun. They constantly had you on your toes with the atmosphere and necromorphs literally being able to come from anywhere. They also didn't have two basic enemy variety types, like some games nowadays. This bitch was chocked full of horrid visage ready to sever your flesh from your viscera. It was fucking awesome. The blood and guts effects for that time was great, right up there with Gears of War Lancer action. One of the main ways to kill enemies is literally severing their limbs, Nerevar. You get plenty of weapons to play with, and upgrading them actually requires some exploration and good planning, especially starting out in higher difficulties. Honestly, Nerevar, I can't think of a single thing wrong with this game besides the fact it wasn't longer. If you want a textbook example of the perfect horror game, you look at Dead Space 1 or you look at the Nintendo 64 Resident Evils. The way they do their betrayal and reveal of it was fucking great, and seeing Isaac crack from the marker and the influence it had over him when he finally accepted his wife was dead felt great. Isaac wasn't some invincible, plot-armored goon man. He was a simple engineer who really wanted to save his wife. His desires were so strong the marker couldn't even affect him that well. But when he starts accepting the grim reality, his mental fortitude weakens until the end, right before he made us whole. Make us whole, Nerevar. I meant a 10 out of 10 game. I can't imagine how they could possibly fuck it up down the line with a, say, oh, I don't know, a third game perhaps?